Good morning. It is Friday, September 2nd. I'm Harry Smith.
Good morning. I'm Paula Zahn. Welcome to CBS This Morning.
Still ahead on CBS This Morning, Hattie Kaufman learns about an unusual way to recycle toxic materials. Imagine a way to dispose of the most toxic waste without a trace. Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, there is a company in Fall River, Massachusetts that says it can do just that. Consumer correspondent Hattie Kaufman went there to check it out. Very interesting. Good morning.
It is. It's interesting, and it seems so simple you wonder why it wasn't done before. The heart of the theory requires you to reconsider totally what waste is. Look at it as molecules and atoms, and suddenly it's a useful substance.
In the U.S., we generate 13 billion tons of waste each year. Almost 200 million tons of that is hazardous and toxic. Until now, the only methods we've had to get rid of the waste, toxic or not, are to bury it and risk pollutants seeping into the earth, or burn it and risk poisonous emissions contaminating the atmosphere.
This technology is a revolution in the way people think about wastes.
Bill Haney is president of Molten Metal Technology.
We've designed a technology that allows you to inject materials into a bath of molten iron, break the molecules into elements, and recycle those elements as products.
So it's not like the traditional form of getting rid of waste.
No, it's very different indeed. It really sees waste streams as a valuable source of elemental assets, a way to convert what were waste streams into products.
The waste is injected into a sealed tank filled with molten metal.
What are the temperatures that would be
About
reached?
3,000 degrees Fahrenheit, or roughly 1,000 degrees hotter than a volcano.
In a molten metal bath, the molecular bonds that hold a substance together dissolve, reducing the waste material to single elements. Something harmful, like PCBs, become harmless floating molecules.
So the PCB goes in and it's broken down to carbon, monatomic, one carbon, one hydrogen, one chlorine.
Inject other elements and the molecules reform into useful substances. The revolutionary theory is the brainchild of MIT graduate Chris Nagel. He was inspired while working at a steel mill surrounded by the intense energy of molten iron ore.
The idea came into my head of how can we can utilize some of the inherent properties of steel making and really the solvent chemistry to drive other reactions that you need.
In just 5 years, Chris's technological inspiration has evolved into a multi-million-dollar company.
What kind of hazardous waste could be disposed of this way?
Everything from low-level and mixed radioactive waste to chemical weapons for the government, down to dealing with simple waste streams like municipal plastics or municipal waste.
You put everything in here, but what's the output? What have you got coming out of a smokestack?
Well, we have no smokestack. We have no air emissions. We have no hazardous water emissions. We have no materials that are buried on land. The objective is to produce recycled products 100%.
Until now, the process has been experimental, but next year the company plans to have as many as 5 plants in operation. The costs range from $3 million for a plant to handle normal municipal waste to $50 million for the type that can handle radioactive waste.
So what comes out after the melted goo? What do they get out of there?
Well, you'll get something in the form of gas, ceramic, or metal, depending upon what you feed in. I've got an example here. This was once weapons components. So the metal covered the electronic part. Here you have the circuit board. Now this would be considered
and all kinds of junk in there.
Right, and it's got some hazardous metals like lead and chromium. Feed that in, out comes. This is a metal alloy which can be used in the making of stainless steel products and tools. The ceramic form can be used in construction for abrasives, say roofing tiles, things like that. You just reassemble the molecules, the elements.
Sounds almost too good to be true.
It is amazing.
So, you know what, this is interesting because this is like a long-term solution down the road, but in the meantime, well, you can't even ship this toxic stuff from point A to point B.
And this technology is designed to be built at point A, so you're not shipping it. You would put it, say, in a chemical manufacturing plant as the last stage, and so the plant would not be producing waste at all.
Amazing. What a great story. Thanks, Hattie, very, very much.